Yeah, it might be the full 3%. And we won't settle there.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily, and I hope we can use it.
Well, I hope so too. I don't know what to do with the remainder of what you can't use.
I don't know. That's why I always say to put it on the seller side CD and pay somebody.
Yeah, but you know what? When the buyer's adamant that he's going to get a cheaper bid later on down the road, and he doesn't want that check.
If he doesn't get the money,
yeah, I know. It's a pickle.
It's not.
You try to make everybody.
Why don't you do you don't even have your numbers ready because you're not even ready to produce them.
They're right here. Whenever you're ready, I'll share that screen.
Yeah, well, you better do that. So right now the Dow's down 183, and we're looking at the rates are improved by 8 basis points, and the 10-year sitting at 4.31, which opened at 4.33. So it's doing a little bit better. I think it probably has to do with the fact that supposedly they're going to get together this weekend and
hammer things out.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
How can you share that screen when you still haven't put it inside here?
I will. Watch.
Yeah, I know. You've been saying that for like 10 minutes.
Maybe 10. Look, right, there it is.
Iranian Foreign Minister Abad arrives in Islamabad tonight with a small negotiating delegation and a U.S. logistics and security team already in place, which is the operation tell that the second round is expected. So hopefully,
This is only the second round?
Yeah, they never showed up for the other one.
Oh. Yeah,
they said we're not going.
We're not going.
So go ahead, do your thing.
Okay, this thing is going to be done.
This is like 9 weeks. Did you know that?
Is it been 9 weeks already?
Yeah, it's been 9 weeks.
Wow. I won't use that joke. 542 closed sales per day, week ending April 18th. At least they updated it again. 606 pending sales. That's not bad. And then 780 new listings per day. That's much better than we've been hanging out at. And then this I don't like this new program.
You never do.
I don't care about median days on the market. It's the middle. I just don't care.
So that's saying 20 days on the market.
Yeah, 20 days.
That's pretty good.
Down 1 day, so that means the market's heating up.
It was 21 days.
Just like you were saying this morning that you're getting busier.
Well, I already wrote so many pre-approvals and did them this week. They're all out. Wrote offers and they're waiting to see if they get accepted.
This is a pretty graph, but who cares? I don't care. I don't care.
Is that go back to that? Go back to that page. What's it saying? This represents snapshot MLS weekend
date and
week over. What's wow? I can't read that part.
Week over week reflects the
change of the prior week matrix. Days on the market reflects the median time. Blah blah blah. So those numbers are what median days on the market.
I think so, and so. This dark green.
Well, we only care about the Central Valley, so we're down 2.7% on the market days.
Yep. Yeah.
Southern California is up, and far north is down almost 10%.
What color is this? Oh, it's this color.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the South.
That's Southern California.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Well, it just tells you that those certain areas are doing better. Yeah. That's all that's showing you.
And we're up 2% on the shared of actives reduced. So 33.
What I like about this is they don't ask agents anymore what they think.
Well, they all say it's the same. It's the same thing. I think they ask the same 6 agents.
Yeah. Well, they ask the agents working. I'm doing really well. The ones asked that are not working, they're doing really well.
It couldn't be better.
I'm
working like a dog all day.
A lot of places are doing awards for their people. I'm going, what are they giving them award for? A
multi-million-dollar producer. It sounds like something to the layman, but really it's
4 transactions.
$2 million in sales for the year of 25. It is multi-million. There's 2.
Yeah, so that's 4 deals.
Yeah,
on average.
Because
that's average is 500,000 now. So even if it's only average 400,000, then you're talking still 5.5 deals.
Right.
And wow, you're killing it.
You are slaying the beast.
They should do the awards by numbers of transactions, not by dollar amount.
Volume. Yeah, but then that would look really bad.
Well, that's what you want. Then you'd only give awards to people closing 20 transactions or 10
or more,
whatever that number is per month.
Yep.
Because if we did those awards, we'd be giving $1 billion, multi-million a month. We have to do.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, we don't make money.
No. And
not enough money.
Scared money don't make no money.
Is that how that works?
That's how that works. There's a song about it.
Yeah, well, good. So there's not a lot of news today. It's all about the whole blockade and the where the oil is. And I think oil prices are at $94.75 for WTI, and the Brent is at $1.0463. When we started the war, we were at 67. Or a week ago, we were 87 on the WTI.
Now we're climbing up a little bit.
Well, that's actually somebody cut production. I think that's one of the things too. They decided to cut some production, and when they do that, guess what happens? They increase. China did threaten that if they don't let their tankers get filled up in Iran, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Trump says, "Bring it on,
bring it on." You show me what you're going to do. And then we still have those 121 ships headed to the U.S. to fill up.
Supposedly. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen anything or heard anything.
Well, it takes more than a week, I think, to get over there. They don't go that fast.
They don't. So there's Fannie and Freddie are saying the 30-year fixed rate right now is 6.23. That's Freddie Mac.
Yeah.
Bank rate is saying 6.30. Optimal Blue is 6.237. Again, tell everybody, look at those APRs, because somebody was like, well, how are you against Navy Federal? They have 5.25 APR, 5.8, whatever. Well, the problem is and a lot of those places that have it on their website is not updated throughout the day as things change. And we had Alert to Lock yesterday. We've had them multiple times over the last week. And I told the guy, I said, the problem is they don't adjust that until you get in.
Right.
And then they tell you, oh, by the way, things have moved, and that's where it really is. I tell you where it is the whole way through.
Right.
And so if you want me to lie to you, I'm not saying they lie to you. They're just not doing that's on the website. We can't adjust that. Yes, you can.
That's a good Johnny Lang song.
All right, so NAR generational stuff. We talked earlier this week about different groups, like the 52% of the market is being sold or bought by older, the older generation, and Gen Z, not Gen Z, whatever the
baby
whatever.
And the millennials.
It's 45 and older.
Right.
How about that? It's 56% of the market. Well, right now they were looking at among the younger ages, 18 to 26. Single women make up the largest share of buyers.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, because when they break up, they get a new job. They they lose 30 pounds, and they buy a house.
And they get alimony or child support.
Yeah.
Here's what people don't understand. This is why they need to really change this. Is when you get hit for say $1,000 a month for child support.
Yeah.
There's not a problem for us paying it. The issue is now I have to show $2,000 of income for that. So if somebody has
up for that $1,000,
right, and so that really kills your DTI for a lot of people. Yeah. I had one the other day that it wasn't on there, and it was just slapped on there for $1,000, and it took them from 45 to 72 DTI. Mm-hmm. Luckily, we didn't use all their income at the time because it was just easier. And so I went back and had the underwriter redo the income, and we were fine. But what I'm getting at, what they should do is, whatever your child support is or alimony is, should just come off of your top what your income. So if you're making $100,000, you pay $5,000 a month in.
Ouch.
We don't want to do that. It's too much.
Yeah.
$1,000 a month. That's $12,000. $12,000 off 100. Now that's your income. Because if your kids live with you, you'd be paying all this stuff anyway.
Right.
So and we need to change that, and nobody has. So
They still don't look at it that way.
No, they need to. That's how it should be looked at. Not as a debt, but just a reduction of your income. Because I had that done with somebody who was a business owner, and they made a mistake and paid the car twice or whatever with their regular person while they're out of town, and then reimburse themselves. So what they did is they hit them for their monthly income and reduced it by that car payment for currently, but didn't have to hit the debt against them.
Gotcha.
Follow me?
Yep.
And so we should do the same thing, but they don't. Anyway, move on. So single females make up 25% of the market.
That's big.
Married couples make up 50%. Single males make up 11%. Unmarried couples is 10%. Gen Z single I don't understand this. Gen Z single females with cohort. What the heck's a cohort? Is 35. Gen Z buying solo overall is 53%.
Cohort, they probably have a roommate or
They have. So this is probably a female who has some dude that doesn't do anything. Is that what that means?
There's a lot
cohort.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't contribute.
So takeaway, single women are outperforming in every generation. And this is true for Gen Z, boomers, and Gen X's, boomers, and increasingly Gen Zs.
Yeah, well, they've already put up with the bullshit. Now they're like, okay, we're moving forward. I'm going to survive and enjoy my life.
So there was a thing out there about stocks versus home, finding why, so what they're looking at, and they're like, surveys showed that 65% think stocks are a better investment than home ownership.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think both are great investments, but the difference really is when you buy a home. So if you're going to hypothetically say you have $500,000 in stocks.
Yeah.
You have to have $500,000 to buy the stocks.
You do.
If you buy a $500,000 home, you need to have 3%, or if you're a veteran, no percent, and FHA 3.5%. It's all about leverage. Correct. That's the difference, and the increase. So I mean, they're talking about you make on stocks, you make a 10% ROI when you would on the same thing you'd make a 30 ROI return on investment by a home over time. So it's so much better. I was talking to somebody who was trying to explain to somebody. Back east, it was in Minnesota, so it was real funny. They were going to rent for $1,500, or they could buy a place for $1,500 a month.
Right.
And he thinks it was smarter to rent for $1,500 a month. But he also lived with his parents forever, or his girlfriend, and didn't pay rent for so long. So
his opinion really doesn't matter. Oh my God.
So and what you have to understand is when you rent here in California and then you go to buy, there is a difference in that payment. There's about a $500 difference minimum to $1,000. It's an investment in your future, and in a 5-year period you're going to see that crossover where your mortgage payment starts to become less than what the rents are over time.
I think the only way you could say that it's better to rent is you don't have that maintenance cost that you would in a normal home ownership. You got to maintain your property if you're going to keep the values up. And if you let it slip, you're not going to make so much money on it. And it does cost.
Right.
So you're a renter, you just pass everything on to your landlord, or you don't. You just live in squalor.
Well, and that's when I look at people when I do reverse mortgages for them, and they're like, well, what if I sell my house and rent? Mm-hmm. And I run the numbers, and they normally run out of money when they're renting in 12 years.
Right.
If they do the reverse mortgage and stay there, they don't ever run out of money.
They should party like it's 1999.
Because they get to stay there. They're changing the credit score modernization. HUD announced plans to allow FICO 10T and Vantage Score 4.0 for FHA loans. This is where they're going to get to where they look at things differently, and I'll get more into that. But they're just they're looking at changing how we do FICOs.
Oh,
and it's all because of how expensive the credits is right now. $200 and some can be for running credit. It's ridiculous for a couple and everything else.
That's because they can't sell your crap anymore.
Correct.
Yeah.
Next week we got Tuesday ADP weekly employment data. Sounds like that's every week. It is. Case-Shiller Home Price Index, FHFA appreciation report, mortgage application on Wednesday, housing starts on Wednesdays, and durable good orders also. The FOMC meeting decision, that's the Fed meeting, is going to have I don't know if they start talking on Tuesday, or if this is the older one. I don't remember. I didn't write it all in here. Thursday, personal consumption expenditure, PCE, which is what Warsh wants to get away from, is going to be out. And then also first quarter GDP, first read, and economic cost index, and jobless claims on Thursday. Seems like a lot from Tuesday to Thursday. That means we can take off Monday and Friday.
Let's do it. What's the 10T? What is that? The FICO? That's, you're going to get into that deeper.
I'd have to.
You're still researching it.
I don't have to. It's just I could have it look. Let's see. It's just how it looks at it. So let's see here.
What?
Remember, I used to have a producer do this.
Well, you do on Saturdays.
Yeah, well, that's a joke. What else did I get? Everything in here I wanted to get in. Charge moved to MBS. So the only thing we're going to start seeing is the only way rates are going to get better is if this thing happens this weekend, and hopefully it does. It's trying to find it if it gets it done in time. Otherwise, I'll bring it up Monday and break it down. There's something to talk about because we're not going to have much to talk about on Monday except for the national inventory.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be up 20,000.
That's your guess?
Yeah.
You think for sure? Well, that would be great.
So FICO 10T is from Fair Isaac, so that would be actual FICO. Incumbent since 1988. The T stands for trend, the big leap from prior FICO versions. So that's just a trend. They look at the trend on the 10T. Vantage Score 4.0 is from the Vantage Score Consortium and joint venture founded in 2006. Blah blah blah. Where they're familiar, both are from 300 to 850 scores. 10.
God, could you imagine trying to survive with a 300?
350. Otherwise, it doesn't show you at all.
Oh.
So 10T has a minimum of credit history, one account update in the last 6 months. Vantage Score does 1 month of history. Credit limited stricter file requirements under 10T. Vantage Score at 4.0, 37 million more Americans become scoreable under their program. 10T also does rent data. So does Vantage Score, but Vantage Score also does utilities, telecom, which is, I don't really want people to put their utilities and telecom and all those other things on there. And why is that, Mike?
Frustrating. Adding a bunch of crap.
Well, no, because that's where you sometimes make them. When you're younger,
those
are the ones you're late on sometimes, and that's
I forgot my phone bill.
The phone bill will hit you if you don't keep going. If you don't pay it, they'll put you to collections.
Yeah. Or I forgot to pay my MID this week or this month. I'll catch up later. It still shows a late. That would be nasty.
So the difference is the Vantage Score 4.0 can get you a score within 1 month, where other one needs 6 months of history. So it just depends on which way they want to use it. Whatever they're going to do, whether they go from a 1 score or 2 score or from the 3 score, we'll just deal with it.
Yeah, like we always do.
Yeah, I just don't want them to take away that, because eventually I think what's going to happen is they'll eventually take away where if you're added on to somebody as an authorized user, you don't get the credit.
Oh, just the one person gets the credit.
Yeah, the person who had the credit card,
right?
not
not the one trying to get the credit.
Yeah, because I use that now, and we bump up people's FICO scores by doing that, and Fannie and Freddie will say that's fraud.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, we got Love Modesto this weekend.
Was it this weekend, or that was last weekend?
No, last weekend on the radio show, and this weekend on the podcast. But it starts.
What time does it start?
Downtown. I think like 9 o'clock. It gets.
You think?
Off. I will be there at 3:30, so I don't really care.
What do you do at 3:30?
We set up the booze. We tell
booze.
It's booze. Boothuses.
Set up booze?
Yeah, booze. And we have breakfast, and we set up the stage, and we direct people, the vendors, to go where they're going to be parked and presenting their wares. And then we get on stage and shoot T-shirts and have a lot of fun. And then we break off into our groups and go do our volunteer work. So, and we still need, every year we need more and more volunteers. So if you feel like volunteering, come on downtown Saturday morning. I'd say get there before 9. Get there around 8. So there.
All right, we'll do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to be there. My Love Modesto is going to be, I don't know, because I don't have my wife here, so I can't really love Modesto.
Well, you'll just work on the backyard a little bit.
Actually, no, I won't. There's nothing to do out there.
I know.
Just some weeds. Actually, the only thing I have to do is hang up fans for my new overhang that's over by the barbecue and the Traeger area, so they can blow the flies out of there.
Yeah, those little bastards.
Yeah, because it's not me, it's my neighbors that might not be so quickly to pick up stuff, and so they get more flies.
Yeah,
and so I put out those fly catchers that work really well, but then they stink.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
It's like shitting in the corner.
Well, the thing is, they stink because that's how they attract them, and
right.
The more and more they get, the more and more they stink, and then after a while, you just need to toss them and get new ones.
Yeah. blow them up. All right, kids.
All right, make it a great day, and we'll be back on Monday. Thank you. And then tomorrow we're on the radio at noon.
Yep.
So if you want to really listen to us, you can listen to us on iHeartMedia,
Yeah.
KFIV, or you can just do the app on iHeart, Real Estate Jerky.
I think Saturday's radio show is a giggle.
It's always
There's some
a giggle.
good information.
It's always a giggle.
Yeah.
All right, make it a great day. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye, kids.
Bye.